Now we're enjoying the surf right out front. Sebastian Zietz representing Hawaii, taking on Matty Wilkinson from a place called Copacabana in Australia, right in that same turf in New South Wales.
Preparation goes a long way, especially in places like this where the conditions change so quick. You've got to be on the ball. And, you know, obviously
see that blue jersey from the Hawaiian, Sebastian Zietz, looking for some momentum. Deep off the bottom, wrap to slide. Little high line cutty, and he gets out. So he gets on the board. And then thinking about Matty Wilkinson, watching him for a few years. Any key moments in his career popping out for you?
J-Bay last year.
As we have the Hawaiian making a move. Now Sebastian a little bit behind this one. He'll get out in front. Little layback off the top. He'll find the pocket. He's over the rest of it there.
What just happened? You know, obviously taking off after the heat, you've lost your priority. Michelle was up before the end of the heat, so...
Going into that venue, it's such a great one for Seabass as we'll stick with Wilco. Solid takeoff, well overhead, and just ends up sinking on the first turn. That wave went completely flat on the shoulder.
Yeah, it's getting tricky, isn't it? I mean, there's the odd barrel out there still, but that tide is coming in very quickly. Big waves too, so... remember watching him at Chopu, just sliding into some crazy waves.
As we see bottom turn wrap combination for Matty Wilkinson. Drawing a nice high line cutty once again. Wraps it in the inside corner. And he'll fit that score into his top two. Just needed a 3.30 there. See all the busy work that happens behind the scenes. Always make sure his equipment's styled. Guy's not afraid to have about 15, 16 boards in his quiver for an event. Pupo 21, and that's right on the cutoff at 22 for requalification. This is Wilco now. A lot of foam on the face on this left. Little setup snap under the lip. Now chipping one off the top on the shoulder. He'll sneak out of there.
But two of those nights have already come so far this year.
Pulling in backhand Sebastian Zietz. You can see him get picked up and get sent over the falls. Been just trying for a 4-0-1. Now Wilco's going to try to make him pay. Setting up that radical backhand just to set up carve. Warbly lip, but he'll find the pocket for a nice dagger. Fading that cutty to set up the inside track. Carving through that section off the top. Throws it nice and vertical. And Wilco sits on it for the finish. Interesting wave. Got this one more time.
Yeah, you can see drops down the bottom here, waiting for it. Just a little check turn right there. This is where it connects, right here. Bang! Beautiful snap, right tight in the pocket. Out on the open face, just nice and smooth, just waiting for it to stand up again. And then unloads a couple of beautiful turns here to finish things off. So Matty Wilco definitely starting to find the groove here. He's going to better his situation. Seabass at the moment needs a 4. It's going to be a little bit more next time the score gets dropped. This is the turn that kicked things off for him. Look at that technique right there. See how the body comes around, then the board follows right in the critical section. That's where you got to be. That's right in the guts of it. Out on the open face. Look at that back foot. Comes up the board a little bit. Almost like a snowboard move right there. Just smooth as silk. And that's what you got to do. Mistake-free surfing is going to be the order of the day. And there's the score, Joe.
Scores in for Matty Wilkinson of 5.17. Sebastian now needs a 6.84 to make his comeback. Crazy when you look at that slow-mo replay. You look at a surfer's style.
Consistently good results to requalify and go for that world title.
This is Wilco looking to better a 5.0. Big bottom turn. Nice timing on the backside snap. Just good for one move, and he's out. So that won't be affecting his score line. Remember, Andre made the final last year. Runner-up to John Florence. This is Seabass with a ton of speed on the right. Looking for a huge float, a lengthy one that he completes. Coming into some clear water, layback, hack. Just to show that radical freestyle approach that he has. Always unpredictable. Almost thought he was going to go for an air to start off that way.
I know, the speed that he got, right? It was Seabass. Let's have a look. Takes off and knows he's got to get going. Flying down the line. And look how long he sits on top of the roof right there. Free falls down. Beautiful technique. Off the bottom. Jams it right there. Beautiful maneuver there from Seabass.
And he's knocked out of the event. Wilco trying to find some rhythm as well after a tough loss to Italo Ferreira at lower trestles. Coming up next, we'll close out round 2 with Chad Sinandra and Miguel Pupo. We'll bring in Ronnie Blakey and Ross Williams for the call.